Good morning, Manhasset. I'm Jackson Daly.
And I'm Eleni Masetic. Happy Friday.
Congrats on everyone to surviving their first full week of school.
Many, many more to come.
Calling all juniors and seniors, there will be a mini college fair on September 19th. Representatives from various colleges and universities will be available to answer your questions, offer advice, and share information. Don't forget to grab a pass from your teacher before heading over, and make sure to check it out.
On another note, the popular cafe Soul Bowl has been up and running for the past few months.
Let's go to Sam to check it out.
Thanks, guys. Over the past few months, you may have seen our popular cafe Soul Bowl on Plandome Road. Our chain has become well known in the Manhasset community for our delicious smoothies, waffles, and most importantly, acai bowls. I'm here to take you behind the counter at Soul Bowl for an inside peek of our popular franchise.
Soul Bowl itself is just about eating fresh daily. We don't add sugar to anything. It's just about being healthy in general. It's actually a lot of fun. We really run it like a family here. It's super simple, super easy.
Here's my favorite bowl to make. It's a classic acai bowl, and it has 2 layers of granola, but you put 1 layer at the bottom. You put a scoop of acai on top, and then 1 layer on top. And so a classic acai bowl gets a banana, a scoop of strawberries, 5 to 7 blueberries, a drizzle of honey, and coconut, as well as a
It's always healthy and it's always fresh, and I just love that about it.
So whenever you're in need of a healthy snack, we here at Soul will definitely suggest you come on down and try a delicious acai bowl. And it definitely tastes better when it's made by hand. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Sam. Photo Day is coming up. For grades 7 through 11, Photo Day will be taking place next Thursday and Friday. Be ready and don't forget to smile.
On a more serious note, this past Wednesday marked the 23rd anniversary of the tragic events of September 11th, a day that forever changed the course of our nation's history.
NBC reporter Blake Seeley interviewed Mr. Keene, one of our teachers here at Manhasset, to discuss the emotional toll of that day and how its effects are still felt today.
Thanks, guys. We interviewed Mr. Keene, the government and psychology teacher here in Manhasset, about his experiences being a teenager during this life-changing event and the lessons he's carried with him ever since.
I'm Mr. Keene. I teach AP Psych here. I'm also the girls' varsity soccer coach. Been here for 18 years, but I was a senior in high school in 9/11. I remember I was fortunate enough to go to the first Met Braves game being played in New York after 9/11. There was no sports for a while. We didn't really know what to do. Mets are playing at home against the Braves. Go in the stands. They play the national anthem, and they list all the names of those that had passed that day. The emotions that day were unreal. To see the Braves, who hated the Mets, all wearing NYPD FDNY hats. Yeah, so in my government and non-psychology classes, I'm teaching more about the history of that day, what it meant in the context of our nation, and really just more about the patriotism and the loyalty that was shown, the support for our government, and how much it meant to be an American and what that word meant. And I think about like my grandfather's generation serving World War II, and that patriotism has largely been lost, I feel like, recently. So that's one angle. In my psych class, I share the story of Wells Crowther, who was a young man who worked at Sandler O'Neill in the city. He was a volunteer fireman, and when the tower was hit, rather than escape like he could, he decided to go up and down 17 flights of stairs and keep escorting people out. It said he saved about 12 people, but probably more, and he died in helping those individuals. September 11th was a beautiful day back in 2001, very much like today is. It was sunny out, and I was excited to go to soccer practice, and at 8:46, my entire world shifted. My dad worked down there. I remember we couldn't call him on a phone like you guys can today. So the panic that I had as the oldest of my family, trying to keep my sister calm, but also not knowing if my dad was alive or not. As I became a teacher, I realized that a lot of the kids weren't so lucky that I had taught, and I wanted to make sure their parents and loved ones' legacies were never forgotten.
Thank you, Mr. Keene. In a town like Manhasset, the anniversary of 9/11 holds a poignant reminder of the families and people that were affected. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Blake. As we reflect on 9/11, let's stay strong together. I'm Jackson Daly.
And I'm Eleni Masetic. Stay classy, Manhasset.